Hello everyone, I'm Max from Canada.
I'm Tuti from Thailand.
Welcome to our channel. Today is very exciting because it's our first time reacting to Slovakia, the home of Miroslav Satan, Peter Bondra, Marian Gaborik, Zeno Chara. I used to watch a lot of ice hockey, and I know a lot of players from Slovakia because they are very good in hockey. Richard Zetnik used to play for my team, the Montreal Canadiens also. Thomas Tatar, also for Montreal. So, the Stachny brother, they play for Quebec. Of course, the Stachny is Stan Mikita. I mean, Slovakia in Central Europe. Just below Poland, we have a channel about Poland. So there's Czechia, where my favorite contender Ashek is from, and then you have Slovakia, and then you have Poland on top, and it's all in Central Europe. It's a smaller country, and it's our first time reacting to Slovakia. So, do you know anything about Slovakia?
The women are tall.
The women are tall. I will believe. I will believe you on that. I don't know.
Basically, they're pretty.
Oh, tall and pretty. Okay.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan, and I want to show you my favorite places
Wow.
in the magical country of Slovakia. So here's my Slovakia top 10.
Jesus.
Slovakia is definitely one of Europe's hidden gems. It's a land full of
Wow.
Color is interesting, huh?
Yeah.
What is that color? It's like bright green.
Yeah. It's different from the house. As
Yeah.
always.
I didn't grow up with castle in Canada. We have no castle. We were colonized by the UK and France. We don't have castle. We have big cathedral. I wish I had castle. I always been fascinated by castle. For you guys, like normal, but for me, it's like wow, the big castle.
Yeah. You don't have king and queen too, right? Like royal family. That
We
why
do
you're
it.
not really built
Technically,
it.
we have a queen. I'm not sure if they have a queen in Slovakia. I think it's more like out to where fight in medieval, right? They
Like
have
back
build-
then, they probably have it, right?
Oh, you think? Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
mystical castles and stunning natural landscapes. From the jagged peaks of the High Tatras to the wonders of the Orava Castle, Slovakia has so much waiting
Oh,
to be
they call about the Tetris. We reacted to on our Polish channel to Zakopane. I don't know if it's near. I think it's near Slovakia, and they had the Tatras mountain. I think it go to Slovakia. I think.
To the wonders of the Orava Castle, Slovakia has so much waiting to be explored. Let's start this video off in the capital city of Bratislava. Now located on the border between
Bratislava?
Austria and Hungary, Bratislava became Slovakia's capital after the Velvet Revolution, which split Czechoslovakia into two separate countries, making it one of Europe's youngest capital cities. Today, Bratislava has a population of around 400,000 and it ranks as the third richest region in the European Union. One of the most
Richest region? Whoa.
prominent features of the capital is the Bratislava
Wow, look at this. It's protected. Huh? Look at the wall around it, or whatever that is.
Castle. Now located on an isolated hill right above the Danube River, the Bratislava Castle has been the symbol of the city since the Middle Ages. Construction of the castle began in the 9th century and it stood until it was
Wow.
tragically burnt down by a fire. Luckily, it was rebuilt in
Oh, it was
1964 and it stands as one of Slovakia's greatest castles. The castle includes 4 towers and a beautiful courtyard and garden
Wow.
area, all surrounded by a fortified wall. It's just absolutely massive
Well,
and it can
that's
be
it.
seen from all over the city. To get one of the best views of the castle and the city, you can visit the most SMP or simply UFO bridge.
UFO bridge? Oh, because it looked like an alien bridge?
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe you can have special glass and see the sky, something, I don't know. It's true, it looked like an UFO bridge. It
It's a
looked like a
bridge that
spaceship.
goes over the Danube River and was constructed in 1972 and
Look
stands 278 feet high. On top, there's an observation deck and a
see?
restaurant that offers the best views of the city. Now, on the outskirts of Bratislava is the borough of Javín. Located right in the
Javín.
confluence of the Danube and Morava rivers, Javín is home to one of the oldest castles in Slovakia. It was strategically built
Whoa.
upon a cliff to overlook the trade on the rivers. Today, the castle is in ruins, but it's definitely worth a visit, especially if you're in Bratislava. Now, afterwards, we're going to visit one of my favorite areas for natural beauty, the Sulav Rocks. Now, located
Sulav.
about 2 hours from Bratislava, the Sulav Rocks are full of jagged formations that dot the mountainside. Now, special thanks to my friend Hike the Road for
Whoa.
sharing his footage of the Sulav Rocks and a majority of the other places in this video. He has some of the most incredible videos of Slovakia on his YouTube channel, and I'll link it in the description below so you can check it out. Now, the area around the Sulav Rocks is absolutely amazing. It's nicknamed the Slovak Dolomites and also reminds me of the Bohemian Paradise in the Czech Republic.
Look
Now,
cold.
the rock formations create a stone forest.
Oh, whoa,
and there's
look at the
tons of
color.
hiking trails and even some castle ruins. I can't think of a better place to explore
Damn,
Czechoslovakia.
that look hard to hike there though.
Yeah.
Everything is elevated and it look like it's treacherous.
Like you have to be professional.
Slovakia's nature. Now afterwards, we're going to head over to the Bojnice Castle.
Bojnice, the
now
one at the
located
beginning.
about 2 hours drive from Bratislava. This may be the most beautiful
Oh, it looked blue from the other angle. Why did the color change?
Yeah.
It looked different.
and visited castle in all Slovakia.
Look at the color, red, all around it. It's like so colorful.
Yeah, the Bojnice Castle was first mentioned in the 12th century and it was owned by Hungarian noble families. It was rebuilt in the 9th century to look like the French castles in the Loire Valley. Today you can visit the castle and explore its grounds. There's a moat and also one of Slovakia's oldest trees. Now afterwards we're going to head over to the mountains to visit the High Tatras.
This one.
Now located right on the Polish-Slovakian border.
Ah, see? That's what I said. It's near Zakopane. But it's on the Slovakian side.
The High Tatras are part of the Carpathian mountain range and are considered to be the smallest alpine mountains in all of Europe. The highest place in the Tatras in all Slovakia is Gerlach Peak with an elevation of 2,655 meters. Now the High Tatras are home to plenty of wildlife such as the Eurasian brown bear. I just
Oh, they're small, the bear, compared to what we have in Canada, I guess. Small bear.
really love the look of these mountains. They
Wait,
have
they look
such
like
a
a
unique
gold.
appearance to them. Now, one of the most popular places in the High
Wow.
Tatras is the resort village of Strebski Pleso. It's
Pleso.
a beautiful area with a picturesque lake and access to the country's best skiing. Now, another beautiful place on the eastern side of the Tatras is this little village called Asturna. Now, while the village is
Asturna.
beautiful, what I love about the area is how the Tatras look. I mean, just such an incredible...
Wow, look at the change in temperature. You have the snow and then you have like normal temperature. Yeah.
view, and I love the way
Warm.
the hills leading up to the mountains are farmed. I mean, it's just so interesting. Now, just
Wow.
30 minutes from Astorna is the Piene
There's people, see, there's people that live there.
Yeah.
But it's a different kind of life, but it's interesting.
Yeah, probably good.
Mountains. Now, it's a scenic area that is both in Slovakia and Poland, with a river serving as a border. Now, the mountains are home to many animal
lynx?
species, such as the
Eurasian
Eurasian
lynx?
lynx. Now, one of
Yeah.
my favorite features of the mountains is the Three Crowns. It's made of 5 sharp limestone peaks, and while it's on the Polish side of the mountains,
Oh.
you can get a great view of it from Slovakia. Now, afterwards, we're going to visit the nearby Lubovna Castle.
Lubovna.
Now, located just 20 minutes from Piene National Park, Lubovna Castle is an intriguing place with a fascinating history. It was built at the turn of the 13th
Whoa.
century and served as a boundary castle
What I
for the
noticed is
Hungarian
even
kingdom.
though it's quite a small country, they have a lot of space. Like it's not cramped anywhere. Maybe he's only showing the countryside, but it's not cramped anywhere. It seemed really relaxing, like to live in Slovakia.
as it secured the trade route along the Popran River. During the 17th century, the Polish crown jewels were hidden in the castle for several years, and later on, the famous
Oh.
adventurer and king of Madagascar, Maurice Benyovsky, was shortly imprisoned here. Now, one of my favorite features of the castle is its
Oh.
main tower, as it dominates the skyline. I mean, such an impressive
Wow.
feature. Now, right below the castle is an air museum, also an amazing place to explore. Afterwards, we're going to visit the medieval town of Kremnica.
Wow. Notice a lot of the
Also an amazing place to explore. Afterwards,
people that live in the countryside like this, they live more like below, like what looked like a crater. We saw earlier, people live also below like this. They don't live like in the mountain per se. They live like more like on this ground level, on below
we're
everything.
going to visit the medieval town of Kremnica. Now, located in central Slovakia, Kremnica was founded during the Middle Ages, and during the 14th century, the city began to flourish thanks to its gold mines. A mint was established in 1328, and it's still functioning today, making it the world's oldest working mint. Today, it's a beautiful place to visit. I really love the town's castle that overlooks the city. You can also hike to a nearby mountain that has a really cool lookout tower. Now, afterwards, we're going to visit the Slovak Paradise National Park. Now, it's located in eastern Slovakia. This is one of the 9 national parks in the country. It's an incredible area, perfect for exploring. It's full of mountains, gorges, and over 300 kilometers of hiking trails. What I really like about the trails is that some of them
They have infinite nature. Like it's literally thousands and thousands of kilometers of vegetation.
These look mysterious.
Yeah. Where do you guys live? Do you mostly live in the big town? Like everyone live in the same kind of area of the country?
Consist of ladders and bridges that add to the adventure. Some of the ladder trails go up some waterfalls, and I think that's pretty awesome. I mean, it's definitely a great place to get away and explore some nature. Now, afterwards, we're going to venture to the Orava Castle. Now, located about 3 hours from Bratislava, the Orava Castle is possibly the most perfectly placed castle as it rests on top of a skinny rock cliff. It's also one of the most spooky castles I've ever seen. It was used in many scenes of the 1922 horror film Nosferatu. So you definitely get some Dracula vibes here. It was built upon a former fortress in the 13th century after a Mongol invasion to defend what was then the Hungarian kingdom. Now, like many other castles, Orava was added on, destroyed by a fire, and then restored. I just think it's so crazy that they were able to build this castle on top of the stone peaks. I mean, it doesn't even look real. If you want some spooky vibe, build this castle.
Look, it's a big rock, and they build a castle like this.
Yeah.
It's crazy, huh? And it looked like it's still intact, the castle, like from what it was originally. Like look at it matched the rock, like all it feel like.
On top of the stone peaks. I mean, it doesn't even look real. If you want some spooky vibes, you definitely gotta check this castle out. Now, for our final destination, we're gonna head over to the Spiš Castle. Now, located about 2 hours drive from Orava, Spiš Castle is one of Europe's largest castles by area. Its origins began in the 12th century when it was built upon an earlier castle. Now, over the centuries, the castle was added onto and it just kept on growing. The last owners of the castle abandoned it in the 18th century because it was too uncomfortable to live in. I'm sure they hated the walk up to the castle. Sadly, in 1780, the castle was burnt by a fire. The cause of the fire is still unknown, but one theory is that the owners burnt it down to reduce taxes. Who knows? Anyways, what I love about the Spiš Castle is the massive walled area. I mean, it just makes you wonder all the history that took place during medieval times. I mean, such a fascinating place. Well, that is it for my Slovakia top 10. Let me know where your favorite place is.
I don't know if it's because it show only the tourist place, but I feel like there's almost nothing flat in Slovakia.
Yeah.
It's always elevated or down like this. It's hard to make a country like that.
Yeah, like you guys stay in the mountain or something.
Yeah. Whoever divided the country decided to give Slovakia here. I feel like they give the most difficult part to work with. You know, like you make food and then we're going to give you the most difficult recipe and good luck to make something out of it because it's Mother Nature on that area, it's not easy. There's so much mountains, so much stuff, but they were able to make the most out of it. So it's a very fascinating country, actually. Yeah. Well, thank you for the amazing suggestion. Please suggest us more from Slovakia. Yes.